why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1 yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
So I really don't want to know what that is. If I have to, I'll take a Bud Light Platinum.
Pro Bowler Marcus Peters, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. At their own. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got Snead. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
26 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
From the 44, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 6-0 our score after 1.
6. Steelers nothing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
He was brought down by...
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was covered by...
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Ravens
right back to Dobbins on first. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. 59 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Kareth White on the return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply,
this is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. 65 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
White on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. Offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2nd and 7 from the 20. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to...
They'll look to run with Ingram. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
Stop short of the goal line.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Justin Tucker.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.